Okay, this is a focus group on our soap opera projects. I would first like to ask, how would all of you feel about a soap opera that would be based on students and how their kind of growth and having a look into their life in, say, university, for example? How do you feel that soap would reflect you, and what kind of important aspects do you think needs to be captured in a soap opera like that?
I think it's a good idea because it kind of shows not just the teenage audience but also an older audience how the new generation sort of reacts or acts in this new era, especially during education, and how crime could actually damage their future.
Good, interesting. So realism is probably a big part for you, and drama, something that you feel needs to be reflected. How about you, Max?
I would like to build on top of that. Yes, realism is quite a key aspect to any soap opera. Um, Essentially, that is what a soap opera is. It shows you a heightened realism of reality of what we go through and everything every day. Um, yeah, I mean, there might be the odd death here and there, which is not a normal thing in anyone's life, hopefully. But yeah, that's what keeps you on the edge, and of course, cliffhangers and everything. At the end of every episode, what's going to happen next? It's always an ongoing process, so there's never any finish to it. So yeah.
Okay. How's about you, Aziz? What do you think? Kind of aspects need to be touched upon?
I agree that realism is a big part, but I also think, for example, representation of that realism is also really important. For example, different parts of London that most soap operas are set in really do capture like the way the way they interpret the way people like live in this area. Example, like EastEnders is set on the east side of London. That really does show how they are and everything. So I really like that aspect, and I think it'd be good if you go capture that.
Okay, thank you very much. Do you?
I really think the first one was better.
First one was
better
better.
recorded.
So now we talk about ideas.
I feel that I particularly don't watch many soap operas, but I feel that if you are looking to make a soap opera based on teens, I feel realism is a very big part of it, and really capturing the kind of the mental battle that teenagers go through in that transition from a kind of young adult to full grown adult. I think that kind of that growth, that transition should be captured in a soap opera, because I feel that can give many different topics that can be very looked into and focused on.
Also, your soap opera? What is your concept? What is your idea exactly? That
I feel that my soap opera idea is one that is based in university. So, as I said, capturing that transition from young adult to full grown adult and all that entails, and kind of understanding, because I feel this at this point, from teenager to adult, you're very shaping your personality and your being.
Okay, so my opinion on teenage soap operas is, well, I believe since I'm no longer a teenager, but I'm not far off from that age demographic. I believe if it was a heightened realism, I would probably most likely be inclined to watch it, as it is, if it is set in London, let's say, or in England as it is. I think I would be more inclined to watch it because it's basically my surroundings every day. I see that. Depending on what the story arc is, I think it would be an interesting concept to be watch, really.
It's annoying because teenage soap operas is most of the times it's like, even though they do capture realism within it, they tend to often be revolved around the negativity within teenagers' lives and everything. So I feel like within to really catch proper realism, it would be more, because the average teenager doesn't really go through crime. So I was thinking, from what I thought would be better in my eyes, would be like to kind of show the social life within teenagers, and if that'd be better at capturing them and representing better.
And what is your idea for this soap opera? Is it similar to teenage violence or anything like that?
No, it's nothing to do with teenage violence. It's just to do with the social lives of teenagers and their lives, and like how they interact and how they build friendships and all that stuff. So that's kind of what it's about.
Basically, see how we all done ours, yeah? I'm going to do my idea now, but I'm going to just cut that out and put it at the start.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah?
Alright.
Hi. Okay. All right. My soap opera idea essentially is about a student who comes to London to study. However, he gets involved with bad people, and he sort of gets involved in sort of crime that goes around London, and there's a lot of trouble lies ahead for him. And I believe this will sort of create a more diverse audience, especially in the BBC Three demographic. I think it'll kind of gather them all together, and they'll kind of see that it doesn't just affect British people; it can affect anyone. Yeah.